So, good morning everybody. We are here in the foothills above Elko, Nevada, and we are going to look for some agate today. As you can see, the snow has finally started to melt. It is almost the middle of April, and there is still quite a bit of snow on the ground, but we finally managed to get out. Roads are dry enough to get up here, so we're gonna see what we can find. So we've hiked up the road a ways from where we parked, and after all the winter runoff, we've kind of got pretty good pickings. So you can kind of see, you know, the stuff that is pretty typical up here. A lot of browns. A lot of good tumbler stuff. It does range in color over to like yellow and red, and there is a blue that is not very common, but it does tumble up pretty. So we'll keep on going up the hill and see what we find up there. So here's a pretty nice piece. You can see it's got some red in it. And if you look really close, you can see some dendrites in there. So that's kind of towards the lighter end of the color range here. So this is more of the pink and yellow. That one's kind of different because you can see the actual inclusions of the agate in the rock. But decent sized pieces. There are some quite large pieces up here. We just haven't quite made it over that area yet. Alright, so he's found our first big chunks.
A little further up the hill. Found a big piece.
Is all agate in there.
And you look over here, we have a darker piece. That's a pretty beefy piece.
That one looks nice.
A little fractured, but and then we got some reds.
And they are all over up here, just everywhere you look.
Glad we bought a big bucket.
Yeah. And we are just heading up this slope here, in between these junipers.
We got one here. Just needs a rod camera to get this one out.
Oh, that's bigger than anticipated.
Holy. Ooh. Got a water bottle.
We broke our little... Okay, I broke the little handle squirty thing, so it's kind of pour the water bottle situation.
Oh, it's got cool banding in it.
That one is very nice. That, you can actually see the banding in the agate going all the way through.
This was much bigger than anticipated when I first pulled it out.
Yep.
This is all we could see right here.
But that is going to be very nice once we get it cleaned up. That might be rock of the day so far. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those.
Pretty cool.
Very nice.
Alright. Another one. So
that one's pretty big too.
Man.
Holy moly.
That's another hunk.
Get our...
We'll have to go refill our water here soon.
Yeah.
Not as good as the last one, but
still got some of that nice kind of chestnutty color in there. That one might be worth bringing back home and hosing off.
super hard to tell with just a water bottle.
Yeah, it's pretty muddy still.
We just assess it as best we can and then make the decision.
Yep. All right. So here's some more.
It's just everywhere.
Kind of walk around and give you an overview for some larger pieces.
We're getting into the good territory now.
There's some smaller stuff, tumbler sized. That one's more yellow.
This one's pretty cool, but I don't have no water.
Yes, our lack of water. At least
Yeah.
remember to bring the bottle this time. Hold on. Some.
Nature slab cut it.
Yeah.
But it's literally everywhere up here now. We're finally getting into it.
Yeah, here's some more over here.
This would be a cool tumbler rock.
So this was actually just laying exactly like this, which is a little strange, but some really nice ones in here, especially this bluey one. You can see that one actually has some banding in it. But yeah, kind of strange to just walk up the hill and see all that laying right like that.
A pile.
This yellow one's kind of cool too.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a bunch of those as samples to tumble.
This one is a nice tumbling rock. No fractures.
You got another one back there by your leg.
Right here.
Just sitting there.
But farther up we go, the better it gets. So here's an example of one of the really, really dark ones.
Ooh.
That's pretty. So you can see the color range up here is pretty good. These polish up nice, these really dark ones. And again, it's just everywhere. All the way up. So this is kind of an interesting piece. You can see the agate is kind of still embedded in the host rock in a bunch of spots. Kind of got some nice little tiger stripes going on in that part, but just kind of a unique specimen. I'm over probably, I don't know, 5-minute walk from where I was, but you can kind of see less cover over here. But they're still agate, same kind of colors, but I have no idea how far that way it goes. It seems like a good day to find out. So smaller than a lot of the other pieces we've been finding, but the color is spectacular. Very, very, very bright red. My camera's probably not doing it justice, but it is quite the little specimen. So kind of an interesting, I guess, geological side note. You can see kind of along here where all of these larger sandy colored rocks are sticking out of the ground. That looks like it's down to the host rock where all of this agate is weathering out of. So if you look really close, around here you can see all the little rocks stuck in it. And then right here, you can kind of see an example of the agate still embedded in the rock. So at one point, all of this agate was in this rock right here. So that's always kind of neat when you find that kind of stuff. At least I think it's neat, but I'm a nerd. Here's a unique one. This keeps getting better. So here's one with more of the red, kind of like that littler piece that I found. But I'm definitely liking the red. This slope right here is just covered. So we're working our way across and down to that gully right there. There's one with some orange in it. Definitely more color variety over here. Pieces. There's another of this more red color. Let me get my camera to focus there. So we're now down in the bottom of the gully, that hill we were working down, and we found some huge boulders, which we are obviously not going to be digging out and taking back, but it's still kind of cool.
Looks like it's got crystals in it too.
Yeah, it's got little druzy spots on the top. Still agate everywhere. So we're gonna work our way that way. Woo! So here's another big area. You can see this one here has a little crystal pocket, which is kind of cool. This one. Super big pieces now. Here's another unique one. You can see the moss in it. Bright yellow moss. That one's going to be fun to clean up. So, I don't know if you can see all these crystals. There's a nice little crystal structure on the top. A bunch of them over here. But that one's kind of neat. And we're probably a 30-minute hike from the car, and there's still agate everywhere.
Come check this out.
So, you You can see the veins in there and the size we're starting to get. That's a big rock right there. That one's probably, what, 80-pound rock?
Yeah.
You can see the crystals running through it. So we're back down to the truck, Trusty Harrison, and this is kind of a representative sample of what we've found out here today. See a lot of different colors,
A lot of variety.
sizes, you know, nice tumbling stuff, but that about does it for our trip today. That was our one little crystal pocket we found, which actually turned out kind of cool. But that'll about do it. Thank you to everybody that subscribed recently. If you'd like to see more like this, go ahead and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.